Hello, welcome to this update for the U.S. and Canada. So let's just give an update on what changed and what's happening. So we have this system now in Texas, some rain, the severe storms tomorrow, and the snow clippers still in the northeast with some snow squalls and this low pressure spinning in the southwest there. There's some snow and more stuff in Montana and in Kansas. So let's see here. We do have some snow squall warnings there now in Pennsylvania, New York, and some winter storm warnings as well, and winter weather advisories, and also some fog advisories in central Texas, central southern Texas. Mainly in the morning, they will disappear later, but shows more high wind watches near western Texas and New Mexico. Winter storm warnings northern New Mexico, some winter weather advisories, and especially in the mountains, some air stagnant advisories near Washington, Oregon, Idaho, even Montana, and let's see if it's air stagnant advisories, and especially now some blizzard warnings in Alaska there, southern Alaska and northeasternmost Alaska too. So shows mainly the mountains there, but because Anchorage is more protected by the mountains, but be careful there. So we have those warnings there. Shows, let's see if it shows something. So blizzard conditions are expected. Strong winds will transport wasting fall and snow into roadways and reduce visibility. Wind chills as low as 40 below zero possible. So be aware. And for each location might be a little bit different. So if you click on blizzard warning here, you can see everything. So there's this one, there's another blizzard warning here, and more down here. So let's see this one. Blizzard conditions expected because as high as 60 mile per hour transport wasting follows large roadways and reduces ability, and in those areas there until 3 p.m. Alaska Thursday. So still Wednesday, so still be careful today into Thursday. More wind advisories and wind warnings, the Appalachians, the northeast, so be aware. Some flood watches near Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri. Some winter advisories near Michigan, so be careful. And more flood watches in Hawaii too, and some high wind warnings in the top of the Big Island, the high areas there, and some warnings in the ocean too for gale watch and gale warning. So be aware. Now for today, the show the heavy rain, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, the mixed precipitation, the Rockies and Southwest, and the heavy snow in New York and those areas, the north there. So be careful. Day 2 shows more heavy rain uh, from Texas to Kentucky, the severe weather, Texas and Louisiana. So be careful there. It shows a little bit of freezing rain possible to Pennsylvania, New York. So be aware the possibility too, and more freezing rain possible on day 3 for Friday in Michigan, central Michigan to Pennsylvania, New York, even southern Ontario. So be aware into Massachusetts, a little bit Connecticut. So be aware day 3, still some storms on the Gulf, and more like some spots of heavy snow in the northwest, the Cascades and Rockies. Even a spot or two of freezing rain possible between Oregon and Idaho. And then now, slight risk today of flash flooding possible, and a marginal, so slight risk Texas, into Arkansas and Oklahoma. So be careful there, and marginal from Texas to Arkansas. So be aware. Day 2 a bigger slight risk from Texas to Kentucky. So be careful. This is a big area. There could still be updates tomorrow. So stay tuned to the National Weather Service, and shows a marginal risk around it. from Texas to southern Ohio, so be careful the heavy rain tomorrow. Day 3, a marginal from California to Washington. Be aware in those valleys and mountains and coasts. Day 4, a slight risk in Northern California and Oregon. No, not Oregon, just California, but the marginal includes California and Oregon, but a slight there in Northern California. So be careful. This is for Saturday, I think, and Sunday still a marginal in California. So be aware. The snow or winter weather shows more there, like mm, New Mexico, Colorado, and Arizona, those snowfall probabilities. In New York, some high probabilities there. Vermont and New Hampshire. Day 2 shows more in Washington and New Mexico, Colorado. Day 3 shows more abundant snow throughout the Northwest. So be aware starting Friday, especially central northern Idaho, more through Washington and Oregon, the Cascades, more like in Wyoming, California too. Day 4 still a lot in the Northwest, some in Minnesota, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Day 5 more in the Northwest, some in the Northeast. Day 6 still the mountains there, and day 7 still and all the way down to California. So be aware. And now for day 3 through 7 does show all those hazards there. The the hazardous cold in the northeast, in the north and the northwest, more like the heavy snow as well in many areas, including Wyoming and Idaho, more like in the Cascades too, the heavy rain in California, and the high winds in the Rockies starting, and also the west starting California, and more in the plains to the northern plains, and some flooding likely possible in Texas. So be aware. Day 8 through 14 does show like more high winds on the west and some slight risk of heavy precipitation on the east and more southeast and heavy snow above that northeast, and does show the risk of heavy snow day 8 through 14 the northern plains and Rockies and much below normal temperatures, so be careful. Now here for the winter storm stuff shows like some are there, especially on day 3 Friday. They have some majors there, the Cascade, especially in Washington, the winter storm severity index. So even extreme or two in the top of the highest peak, so be careful with snow, those mountains, and always there's the risk of avalanche danger with a lot of snow, so never let your guard down. Shows in California some as well, more in Arizona, some moderate, some major in the mountains in northern New Mexico, some in Colorado. So be aware, and some more in the northeast, some slight to moderate winter storm impacts. So be careful. Day 1 for severe weather does show the marginal, so it was a slight before they downgraded to a marginal in Texas, southern Oklahoma. So a few strong severe storms possible across central northern Texas into far southern Oklahoma tonight. So be aware 5% hail, some hail is possible. Wind, a smaller 5%, be aware. And tornadoes, very small 2%, including a part of Austin, Waco. So stay safe. Be aware, stay tuned to your local warnings, but especially tomorrow, you have to be aware. So a slight risk in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana into Mississippi, and a marginal around Texas to Mississippi, some in Arkansas and Oklahoma too, the marginal. So strong as severe storms possible Thursday from eastern Texas towards eastward across the lower Mississippi Valley. So be aware. The link's in the description if you want to read this, but it will take too much time for you now. So be careful. Shows hail here just 5%, some hail possible. Wind 15%, so be careful, some damaging winds, those storms. And tornado 5%, so 25% be careful. Some tornadoes possible, 2 and 5%, especially in the 5%. So be careful there. Day 3 is still a marginal in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, and 5% probabilistic. And some storms the southeast and some the northwest possible. So a couple strong, potentially severe thunderstorms will occur parts central eastern Gulf Coast region Friday. So be careful, stay safe there. There's the her here does show like here those storms there in Texas and those areas. So it shows the rain today in Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma. This goes more tomorrow. Those more severe storms start forming tonight into tomorrow. So Thursday, this goes shows the big system there. Be careful the heavy rain from this. This goes show like those storms there in Texas, and later tomorrow show a small line of storms forming ahead of it. So be careful, some tornado threat and the winds and everything, especially later to Thursday night, this big line of storms. Stay safe. And there's like Cape. He should that shows some Cape in Texas, but very little, like 1,000 joules per kilogram, and into tomorrow like barely nothing. So there's low instability. This March even on wind shear and other factors. So be careful. And shows here the her has tomorrow's some higher gusts, the line of storms too. Be careful, some higher gusts in the mountains in Colorado and New Mexico and northern Montana too. So beware, especially like tomorrow night into northern Montana. And there's like there like precipitation now. So beware, but let's see like the accumulation also. Rainfall shows here like in Arkansas, Texas, some 3 inches possible, especially between Arkansas, Texas, and 4 inches. The European has shows in Texas 2 inches, other spots two 3.2 inches. So be careful the rain there. There's the her too, and it's high. High resolution model shows more there, and I trust more this high resolution ones. So it shows all the way to 5 inches. Some spots in Texas, some 3 inches. So be careful there. This shows like this from today until Friday. So includes the rain from today and the rain from tomorrow. But uh, the rain from today plus the one from tomorrow might get all the way to 7 inches. Some spots in Arkansas, some 5 inches. So be careful. Some flash flood in danger and everything. Let's see if it shows it. Snow shows in Colorado there, so, a little bit. So show like some 6 inches, some 8 inches, the higher terrain, some 9 inches. And this is plains here. This is not a very high terrain. So shows some snow, the high plains, but in the higher terrain near New Mexico, southern Colorado shows some 9 inches potentially, and some more there. So stay safe. Shows this until Friday morning. Shows more in Washington, starting in Washington, so 7 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches, and some in Oregon there. So be aware in those areas. And the European has a similar thing, but a little bit less, because not very high resolution. And but does show there some even getting to Nebraska and Kansas. And now until next Monday, the third already shows a lot in the northwest, like some 41 inches, some 44 inches, and all the way from California to Washington shows the Sierra Nevada, some 2 inches, some 10, 17 inches. So stay safe there. Shows Wyoming, some 30 inches, 13 inches, 5 inches, 10 inches in Idaho, especially central Idaho. Be careful. There's the GFS, shows similar things throughout the Rockies, shows some spots there to 22 inches, 23, more throughout there, further north too, so like 39 inches. This is the accumulation on a 5 day period. It's not all in one day, but be aware because it might be heavy some of the days. And because it shows like 68 inches in spots eastern California, so this might be too much there, but we'll keep watching. There's the icon, shows different, shows more specifically only the mountains there, the Sierra Nevada, and more like some 32 inches, spots of Oregon, and Idaho some 23 to 24 inches, 26 inches, so be careful. The icon is also a strip of it going to South Dakota, northern Iowa, and some in Wisconsin, Minnesota, some 2 inches, a piece into North Dakota and central Montana. The European doesn't have this in South Dakota, but it has more like North Dakota, some 7 inches, central Montana, more Michigan, so be aware in Wisconsin too, the one in Colorado. So be aware those areas. And now, like here, everything's, let's see. Alright, for Canada too, British Columbia shows some spots of 40 centimeters, especially western British Columbia, because those Pacific systems 91 centimeters, 77, 30 centimeters, 40. So be aware because it shows potential this big system like this in central Saskatchewan, central northern Alberta, into southern Manitoba and Ontario. So be aware. There's the GFS, shows more spread out, but does show this node to like central Canada. So be aware has like 15 centimeters, 13 centimeters heavier. The mountains British Columbia 35 centimeters, some 81 centimeters to like 99 the mountains. So be careful. And shows are like 5 centimeters in Ontario, 7 centimeters, and some more to northern Quebec in Labrador next 5 days. So be careful. And until Saturday the 8th, so uh, more than a week from now, shows more southern Ontario, Quebec, some areas. But yeah, it's a big difference. Like until the 3rd shows that, and until the 8th shows a lot more Quebec and Ontario. But this is far out. We'll keep monitoring as we get closer. There's the icon too. Until Monday, does show there's no central Saskatchewan, Alberta, even parts of southern Saskatchewan. Not the southernmost areas, but like central southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba, especially in Ontario, so 6 centimeters, and especially like into southern Quebec, 16 to 20 centimeters, 21. So be aware. The icon has two a lot in the mountains, western British Columbia, southern areas. So stay safe. Has some snow in Yukon, like some 3 centimeters, 3, 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters. So be aware. And yeah, so the European choose some northern northwestern territories and more central Yukon. And now there's like in Alaska still those systems, western Alaska, some 2 inches, 3 inches, spots of 9 inches, and a few spots of 8 inches. So like some 2 inches more there for western Alaska, central to eastern Alaska, some 1 inch shows, and southernmost Alaska there near British Columbia, of course. So be careful with that. And until the 9th, the European shows a lot more on the southwest Canada and the northwestern US, and some more for central Canada too, but especially on the northeast and Atlantic Canada. So until the 3rd, it's like this. The rest show like in Atlantic Canada, some 46 centimeters. Newfoundland, some other spots to like 32 centimeters. British Columbia, some 41, 28 centimeters. So already be careful next 5 days. New Brunswick, some 24. So be careful there. And until the 10th, a week more, should show like some 75 centimeters and some more there. So be aware until that. So now for the systems there on the east first, shows the clippers still there now. The northeast and snow in southern Quebec, shows more snow like Thursday to New Brunswick, Newfoundland especially, be aware, Nova Scotia. So Thursday still shows a little bit in New York and some in Ontario. So Thursday goes there. Into Friday shows like still some in Newfoundland, especially the western coast, northern Labrador, and in Quebec a little bit. Shows this strip of snow, Nova Scotia, Maine, and New Brunswick on Friday into Quebec. This goes there, and then the next system starts coming. So starts off with rain on the mid Atlantic, Pennsylvania, those areas Friday, but it does show some spots of freezing rain near Pennsylvania and New York ahead of it. So it goes, starts the snow there Friday, late Friday, and Vermont, New York shows New Hampshire and Maine as well, more snow. This is Friday night, shows some more New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and this shows turning into a big Atlantic system, more snow in Newfoundland, Labrador, and this goes away there. And then show some small snow clippers later into Atlantic and as parts of the northeast. And yeah, so be careful those coming systems. The west shows already some snow in British Columbia and in Alberta, and then Yukon as well, and western eastern Alaska. Then this goes, shows a little bit of snow in Manitoba and Ontario later into Thursday. This goes there into Quebec and shows the Pacific system there. So it starts coming there on Thursday, Friday, connects with that snow array in British Columbia, and there's another patch of snow further north in Alaska. So this comes and goes all the way down to California there. The snow goes, shows a lot of snow in the northwest and western Canada. In Alberta, shows more on Friday. British Columbia has more like to Saskatchewan, Manitoba, all the way to Minnesota and northern Wisconsin, some as well. And it has there the heavy rain California Saturday, more snow into Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon, more Wyoming, those areas. Then this goes Monday the 3rd shows more snow in Montana, potentially southern Alberta, Saskatchewan, North Dakota, some, and still the heavy rain California, snow in Oregon. So it goes there. Still shows by the next Thursday the 6th, still shows some snow on the northwest into central Canada, and potentially more Pacific systems the 8th there, more stuff later. So keep watching this. And the GFS, similar thing, it has the snow in the northeast and eastern Canada now. Wednesday to Thursday goes to Atlantic Canada. The severe storms there in Texas, the heavy rain, Arkansas, Louisiana, this goes. The next system, some freezing rain and snow, more snow in the northeast, shows this going to Atlantic Canada and St. Pierre and Miquelon as well. This goes there, but it doesn't have as impactful as the European. But it goes and like back to the west, shows the system in the west on Friday, the snow there. Into Saturday shows more, still snow by Saturday night, central Canada, the northern US, northwest and northern US, and shows even small area freezing rain Minnesota, some snow Sunday. This goes and still more in the west, still next week. So be aware. And The GFS does have this lingering snow northern northwestern territories and Nunavut. So Thursday in Yukon there, and then shows Friday to Saturday some northern northwest territories, some lingering snow in Nunavut, and yeah, and more lingering snow later next week from those Arctic systems. So be careful there. In Alaska shows more snow to western, southwestern Alaska. This goes spreads like central and eastern Alaska, Sunday, northern Alaska, some too, and more potential by Monday, Tuesday. So be careful, this system's coming. There's like some wind too, the European. So shows there first in, first in the US here shows right Wednesday today wind in the Appalachians close to 60 mph gust, 59, 50 mph in New York. So be careful those snow squalls, stronger winds too. So North Carolina shows some winds, some 51 mph gust. The mountains, northern Montana there. So be careful, some 54 mph gusts. And this is Wednesday to Thursday. This goes away there. Shows the higher gusts that front and the individual severe storms will have gusts higher than that. So beware. Breezier Friday into Texas and New Mexico. And this goes Friday. So the system comes the west on Friday, shows right Saturday, some high gusts Wyoming possible, northern Colorado, some spots there. So stay safe. Beware in Oregon, winter in Washington too. So Saturday, this comes shows more in Colorado, some 55 mph gust, 46, and some spots 57. So be aware, especially like northern Nevada and Idaho, but especially in California, close to 61 mph gust. That's the Sierra Nevada. This is Sunday morning. So this goes there, and Monday morning shows even higher. This in the middle of the night show like some 58 mph gust. Spots 242. Not that crazy, but uh, breezy, windy. Yeah, this is windy, and shows more like some spots of 45 mph gust, especially still those mountains in Wyoming. So be aware. This goes Monday, still some there, and this calms down. But Thursday, the 6th, shows a little bit breezier in the southwest, but nothing crazy. Until the next potential system, the 7th, more wind in Wyoming and in California, especially on the 8th in Montana and Wyoming, showing those high gusts into the plains on Sunday, the 9th potentially. So it goes, the rest is too far out. So be aware in those areas. This is just one model, the European, and it changes all the time, so this forecast will still change. But there's now in Canada, Newfoundland Labrador shows some 94 km per gust, spots in northern Quebec and Labrador, so stay safe there. It's absolutely crazy in Greenland, be careful if you're exploring there, and shows like in the northern Newfoundland, some higher gusts too. So Wednesday into Thursday shows like near the coast there, southern Newfoundland, St. Pierre and Miquelon, some more gusts, even the coast of Nova Scotia. This goes shows like Friday the 31st, northern Nova Scotia into Newfoundland, slightly higher, and still some higher gust spots northern Labrador, Quebec. So be careful. This goes and like starts showing Saturday, the Avalon Peninsula, some higher gusts there, 112 km per gust, 120, more there, St. John's, some 74. So stay safe, it goes away. And later still shows some high gusts on Tuesday, the 4th there, in Newfoundland. This goes there, and potentially some more stuff to watch later, especially around the 8th and the 9th there, Nova Scotia, those areas, but that's far out. We'll keep watching. There's the west there now, shows like in Alberta, São Hargas, British Columbia, especially southern Alberta, some spots there. And there's an interesting thing from the her because it did show some high gas there, although to 91 kilometers per gas, southern Alberta. So be aware. To Thursday, this goes like shows to North Central Alaska, not Southern Alaska, and British Columbia, right on the border of British Columbia, San Hargas on the mountains. Still Southern Alberta into Saturday, so be aware there. This goes and like shows more southern British Columbia and Alberta, slightly higher Saturday into Sunday, still like on the coast, those mountains western British Columbia, so until next Wednesday, still shows San Hargas, and maybe southern Alberta into Thursday, but stay safe there. Especially as the system comes Friday, might be gusty in the mountains and other spots. And the extreme north shows like today's Wednesday into Thursday, nothing crazy, but Thursday into Friday shows north and northwestern territories, and Nunavut slightly higher gust there, and it spreads a little bit from northwestern Nunavut to northwestern territories there. So stay safe in those areas, and if it's snowing, be careful with blizzard conditions, because I always see blizzard warnings in those areas. This comes more Arctic stuff there, northern Yukon, and yeah, more to watch later. Northern Alaska and into like Nunavut Wednesday the 5th, and the European shows more to Northern Alaska and Northwestern Territories on the 7th. So be aware in those areas. And there's the GFS too, shows a similar thing. There, Labrador especially, those Hargas until Friday, shows some Hargas there. Still on Saturday some, and more stuff there. Be aware, and that show this crazy system on Tuesday the 4th, just like the European, or a little bit stronger, like 114 sejons with 121. So be aware there into next week. And yeah, so stay safe, those systems and everything. Now the temperature is still very cold. In Canada we have this cold air mass, like in Quebec, central northern Quebec, northern Ontario, like northern Manitoba, some minus 30s, and close to minus 38 in northwestern territories and Nunavut. So stay safe. Shows more there, like Yukon's northwestern territories very cold, and the Siberian cold going to Alaska there, but I'll show that in Fahrenheit soon. Shows in British Columbia very cold, some minus 17. And this is the GFS I'm using now. I normally show the European, so show like in the south as well, some minus 12, some minus 10. Cold into New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador. So be careful, especially those wind chills. If it's like minus 39, it might feel like minus 45 if it's windy. Or yeah, so stay safe. Thursday into Friday, the GFS has some crazy stuff, like yes, minus 44 degrees into northern Saskatchewan. So if that's true, please stay safe. The European does have like minus 36, so the GFS more extreme in that case. But be aware, this goes there. There shows some moments in the morning, during the night, so it's a minus 30, so all the way to central southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba, so minus 35 in Ontario. So be careful, especially Yukon, so it's minus 37. Friday, this goes, gets crazy there in Yukon because of the Alaskan cold. So it's a minus 44 in some spots, so stay safe. This coast, northern British Columbia, Friday to Saturday. Saturday morning, although to minus 45 in Yukon, very cold British Columbia, 0 degrees Vancouver, shows sunspots like minus 31, minus 37, so stay safe, so minus 32, and it goes Saturday into Sunday, still shows this cold air. The west, Alberta, some very cold temperatures, especially wind chills, and northern British Columbia, Yukon coast to minus 42, so please be careful. A little bit less like Manitoba and Ontario, but still sun active temperatures, according to Quebec and Labrador. So stay safe. This goes like still by next week, Tuesday shows a minus 33, southern Saskatchewan's minus 35, so still very cold. The Europeans, similar things, so minus 29, other to minus 34, southern Alberta next Tuesday into Montana. So be aware, some minus 30s, minus 20s, in Quebec as well, and still like southern Ontario and Quebec, some active temperatures minus 16, but nothing that extreme. Still shows by next week's Yukon spots there of minus 30, it's minus 10, northwestern territories. This goes like by next Thursday, the 6th, shows in Quebec minus 24, so minus 27, especially northern Quebec, so minus 34, so minus 35, 36, so stay safe. Alberta still some minus 28, some spots, still cold. And now show like 1 degree in some spots there. So Thursday into Friday, still that's next Friday. So still show by next Saturday the 8th, some minus 35 in Yukon, those spots there, and potentially more cold later into North Central Canada on the 10th. So be careful in those areas. There's the icon too that shows more specifics, a minus 43 in some spots on Nunavut, Northwestern Territories, all the way to minus 45 tonight into Thursday morning. So this goes there. Shows like Friday morning, very cold, much as Central Canada. So Friday there into Saturday, still cold. So please stay safe. Like so minus 34, and yeah, and by the early next week shows creeping into the northern U.S. that cold. So minus 32 in some spots. So stay safe there. And for the storms in Hawaii and stuff, shows like that big low pressure in the ocean there. This goes and like already Thursday night tomorrow already shows a storm or two in Hawaii, but as we're going to Friday, shows more storms even close to Honolulu. Friday there into Saturday still shows a storm or two in the Big Island. Friday into Saturday, and it goes away there. So this goes and like Monday, Tuesday, some light showers. So be careful the storms this week there. There's the icon too, there's some heavy storms there. So stay safe. There's the rain accumulation from the icon. Where is it? So that shows some spots the islands there to 7 inches next 5 days, some 5 inches, so be careful, some flash flooding potential and landslides, so be aware. Honolulu some 2 inches, but some other areas some 3 to 4 inches, so stay safe those storms there. Wind gusts uh, stronger in the top of the big island, uh, close to some 49 mile per gusts. This goes, but as this front comes closer, some minus 2 to 46 mile per gust, eventually shows all the way to like 663, the top of some islands, some 50 mile per gust, for 43 in Honolulu. So Friday, this goes, still some higher gusts, especially some 63 in some mountain spots, and more waves too, because of this. So yeah, be careful those areas. And now there the alerts in Canada, still plenty of alerts there. In Alberta, snowfall, like spots of western Alberta. It doesn't show there now, but it just disappeared. Maybe it expired. But in British Columbia, snowfall in the mountains, Manitoba, extreme cold, a spot there. Newfoundland Labrador, special weather statements and snow squall watches from this system coming. So be aware there. Click on this link in the description, find your location. Just see the warnings. Northwestern Territories, blizzard warning. Nova Scotia, special weather statements for potential significant snowfall this afternoon for Thursday morning, persist in Cape Breton Highlands till Thursday evening. So be careful. Nunavut, this is Ontario, sorry. So Ontario, Nunavut winter storm watch Clyde River, Ontario more snow squall warnings because it's happening right now. So extreme cold is northern Ontario, so stay safe. The extreme cold dimension wind chill values near minus 45 degrees Celsius in some spots of northern Ontario and Quebec. So stay safe. Blizzard warning, some wind warning spots in Quebec. So stay safe there. Please check this link here and to see the specific warnings, your location, everything. So the temperatures here still shows for North America, the much below average temperatures in Alaska. So it goes there, very cold there. This goes the other cold air mass in Quebec in the east goes into the Atlantic. Shows on February 1st more Alberta, British Columbia, those much below average temperatures, into Montana, North Dakota, as parts of the plains, those below average temperatures. This February 4th shows still Western Canada, very cold, below average, and some parts of the Northern Rockies, especially Montana. This goes, and another part of it goes east into Eastern Canada in the northeast. So this goes like, come on, here shows still later, all the way down to Southern California, some below average temperatures around the 9th, and still show like on the east, some by February 11th, and some small cold spots later. But be aware of these cold temperatures. There's the European shows here. Why is this internet bad? So shows there, especially like in June, February 2nd, very cold in Canada there, to the northern U.S., especially the 3rd in Montana. So be aware, especially the wind chills of this and everything. So here they show the maximum today, some 70s in southern Florida, some 60s spots of the south, still some 20s and teens in the north and there, but it's already the middle of the day, so let's see into tonight and Thursday morning. So shows some 20s all the way down to West Texas, some teens and single digits to the mountains in Colorado, Wyoming. Some spots in Colorado, those are dark purples, maybe close to -5, -3 Fahrenheit. Also Utah and Wyoming. So be careful. The northeast still very cold, and I think we should see this closer up. So shows all the way to -11, northern Maine, -4, -6, some teens and 20s, -5, northern New York. So be careful in those areas. Shows like day 2 maximum for Thursday. Still some low things in single digits there in the north. And up to 80, southwestern Florida, some 70s, 70s in the south as well, and more 20s and 30s in the mountains. So still be careful the mountains. Thursday night to Friday morning, still very cold. The northern central plains, some 20s, 30s, especially in the Rockies, those single digits negative temperatures. be careful. Utah, Nevada, especially Wyoming, Colorado, to New Mexico, cold 2 nights, and 12, 11, the north, extreme northern North Dakota, close to like 7, 5 Fahrenheit. So be aware. Day 3 for Friday during the day, show like still there on the west, some 30s and 20s the mountains, and some 80s in Florida, 70s, and southern Texas too. Shows some 20s, 30s northeast, and some things in the north there during the day on Friday. And Friday night to Saturday morning, shows still some 20s and 30s in the west, some things single digits the high mountains, some 30s in the plains, 20s, 30s the northwest, but shows some very cold spells. Northernmost Michigan, close like -1 Fahrenheit, and to New York, Maine, still those single digits, close to negative, especially northern Maine, might like -3 Fahrenheit, shows some 20s things in northern Midwest, so be careful. And for Saturday during the day, on the first two shows some 80s in Florida, especially southern Florida, close to some 81 or something, show like some 70s in Texas and the southwest too, beware, and some teens and 20s the northeast still, some 20s the northern plains, some 30s and 20s the mountains. Beware the high terrain, and that show like into Sunday morning, getting colder in Montana, some single digits there in northern Montana, and negative digits, so -2 Fahrenheit. Show some 20s and 30s in the mountains, some things into Colorado, the high terrain, and some 20s and things the northern plains, Midwest. Still, the northeast very cold. So let's take a look. So this Sunday night, so Sunday morning, so -8 Fahrenheit, northern New Hampshire, Vermont, -15 possible, northern Maine. So yeah, be careful those temperatures. Now for Sunday during the day, still shows cold in northern Montana, to North Dakota and those areas, still some single digits, and things, especially those mountains, be careful that high terrain. And the south above average, some 70s and 80s, southern Florida, Texas to 82 in a few spots, some 70s in Oklahoma, Louisiana, and into like the southeast too, and some 81 Southern California, some 70s. So beware, still some 20s, 30s the northeast. But now into Monday morning, it starts getting very cold into northern Montana, North Dakota, to -8 Fahrenheit again, some -5, and some local spots in the mountains there, maybe close to -10 Fahrenheit. Beware, some 30s and 20s down to the southern Rockies, the plains. Things in the northeast, still some 20s and 30s all the way to Pennsylvania, Virginia, and very cold at the northern Cascades as well. Some 20s, 30s Washington, Oregon, some teens in the mountains in Washington. During the day on Monday the 7th, there's an extreme contrast in the temperatures, with the south hot and the north very cold. So show like some 1 Fahrenheit, -1, North Dakota, some 20s, the north there, and some 81, not 83 in southern Texas, some 82, maybe even close to 84, some 70s and 80s southern Florida, 70s from the south there, and to 85 southern Arizona, some 82 southernmost California. So be aware there too. And show like day 6 minimum on Tuesday morning the 4th, all the way to -11 North Dakota, some -8, some -3, some 20s all the way down to Kansas, some teens, 20s the Midwest as well, some teens in 20s the Northeast, some single digits northern Maine. So stay safe. Northernmost Washington, close to 0 Fahrenheit too, and like 5 Fahrenheit those areas. So be aware. And here show like all the way to -15 Fahrenheit, -14, -10 if you zoom in on Tuesday morning. So stay safe in those areas. The wind chill like -14 Fahrenheit, If it's even a little bit windy, it might feel like minus 20 Fahrenheit. So stay safe. Day 7 during the day on Tuesday shows still some 2 Fahrenheit, 8 Fahrenheit, 15, still close to 0 Fahrenheit North Dakota, still some 80s in Florida, some 70s in Texas, some 80s in southern Arizona, so be aware, still some 20s and things in the Northeast. And yeah, so stay safe. The 48-hour snowfall, National Weather Service still shows more in Colorado, New Mexico, even close to 12 inches or even more, a few spots in New Mexico, some more starting the Cascades, and the snows across New York, those areas close to 8 inches, 6 inches. So be aware in the Northeast, the ice, nothing yet, but we might have some ice in some areas, Pennsylvania, New York, even Michigan, as we're going to Friday, or yeah, so be aware. And later Thursday, to 24 max wind gusts does show. Those high gusts, the northeast, breezy there. Be aware. In western Texas, New Mexico, a few spots, especially to northern Montana, close to 70 mile per gust, or 60. Here shows 70. So be aware and stay safe. Be careful with everything. Be aware. And with fog too, and precipitation, everything. So be aware, especially some cold mornings, some fog there. So stay tuned to the National Weather Service. Stay safe.